What's going on, you guys? Yeah, we got some really good news that manifested in the sport of boxing. The WBC has done right by the sport of boxing. That means these guys got to fight. Everybody hit that like button as you come on in. We're going to talk about this big move the WBC made to kind of get things going in the sport of boxing. What's going on, Jason Williams? I see you in the building. Everybody hit that like button as you come on in. What's going on? GQ93. What's good, bro? Yeah, man, we gonna talk some boxing real quick. We ain't gonna be too long today, but we got a lot to talk about in regards to these fights that's been made, right? These fights that has to be ordered. These fights that has to get done. Yeah, man, really big move by the WBC to make these fights official. I mean, you would think that boxing itself would do it, but you know, sometimes these sanction bodies got to step in and do what they got to do. Pretty big move by the WBC to make a lot of these fights happen, and some of them aren't even on here. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez winner, will be next for Canelo Alvarez. That's interesting. Sebastian Fundora, Tony Harrison has been ordered. Salute to Anthony Johnson. I see you in the building. Hold up 1 second. Let me. All right, my bad, you guys. Hold up. Let me. All right, these are the fights that's been ordered by the WBC. Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. Shakur Stevenson versus Isak Cruz. Teofimo Lopez versus Sandor Martin. Well, ain't that the dude that fought Mikey Garcia? Yeah. That's the dude that beat Mikey. Sebastian Fundora versus Tony Harrison, and Stephen Fulton versus Brandon Figueroa 2. Wow, so Stephen Fulton ain't gonna be able to mix it up with what's his name? I forgot that guy's name. So yeah, these are the fights that's been ordered by the WBC. Really interesting fight. Shakur Stevenson comes out and says he ain't ducking no fights. So I wonder how that's going to be made. I'm assuming that Pitbull Cruz will be going over the top rank to make that fight happen. Some of these guys are spread out amongst boxing, but they're going to have to figure out a way to make it happen. Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. If that fight doesn't get made, it'll be going to purse bid. So that should be interesting as well. Wow. So it's official. It's official. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Official. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of interesting and exciting fights to look forward to in 2023. Will Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman? He said he wouldn't, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he has no choice at this point. I don't think Errol Spence has a choice at this point. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. WBC has just set up boxing in a big way. What's going on, Cerebral? Hey, Shakur versus Cruz is a crazy stylistic matchup. It's like two polar opposite styles going against each other. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be literally the bull versus the matador in that fight. Yeah, I'd rather see Fulton versus Inoue too, bro. I'd rather see Fulton versus Inoue too. Matter of fact, let me give you a wrench for this channel. AJ. Yeah, yeah, I'd rather see Fulton versus Inoue. But Inoue, I think he's unifying with that I think that dude named Paul Butler or something. I think he's unifying with that dude. But good fights, man. I think Fulton's probably gonna beat Figueroa again. Tony Harrison versus Sebastian Fundora. That's a tough fight for Tony, man. I think that could be a tough fight for Tony. And the reason why I say that is because Sebastian Fundora probably has more durability and probably will outlast Tony Harrison if it gets into a firefight. So unless Tony boxes the perfect fight, y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. We only got 6 likes up in here, man. Come on. Unless he Could box the perfect fight. Yeah, that's right, AJ. He better not run out of steam, bro. Unless he could box a perfect fight, man, I don't know, man. I ride with Tony Harrison, but that fight, man, that's a tough fight, bro. You said Tony's going to sleep. Oh man, I don't want to say, man. That's Sebastian. We seen what this dude be doing, bro. He's almost like he be getting hit with everything in the kitchen sink, and he stands right there, and he could take whatever you dish out, and you likely won't be able to take what he's dishing out. So that's a very interesting fight. Tough fight for Tony too. He had a little bit of momentum. He was going to fight his way back into a fight with Jamel or whoever's the winner of that fight with Tim Tszyu. But now he has to get over. He has to jump over the tower first, and that is not going to be an easy task by any means. Jesus. Then we got, Teofimo versus Sandro. I don't know. Sandro might can make something happen. He beat Mikey Garcia on accident, and now he finds himself in there with the former undisputed lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez. I don't know, man. Because Sandro beat the shit out of Mikey. He beat him up, and is Mikey better than Tio? I mean, that Mikey, I don't know. Mikey didn't seem just as the same as he was when he was first came back and got things jump started again. He didn't seem the same at that point, but I don't know, man. Sandro Martin may could beat Teofimo too, man. You can't underestimate a guy like him. Teofimo has to fight Jose Pedraza first. That should be a pretty easy fight for him. Jose Pedraza is probably past his prime at this point. So, yeah, they setting up Teofimo Lopez and everybody else. So, likely, Teofimo Lopez, Sandro Martin winner, is probably some type of eliminator fight, man. I think a lot of these fights are eliminators and things of that nature. And then we got Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz. I mean, that fight, man, probably one of the best matchups they made, right? It's probably one of the best matchups they made, the WBC right here. It's probably one of the best ones, man, because it's a crazy style matchup between these two guys. Oh, look, here we go right here. Devin Haney and Lomachenko negotiations are now underway. Oh, shit. Damn, man. Top Rank is making some fucking shit move, bro. If Top Rank got the fighters, right? Like Top Rank tends to have a lot of the lighter fighters, lightweight and shit. If they got the fighters, bro, they be making these fucking fights happen, bro. So, yeah, this is like official right now within the past couple of hours. Devin Haney and Lomachenko are now in negotiations, man. Michael Benson be keeping the world updated on what's going on with boxing. So, yeah, man, salute to him. And, damn, this is about to be made, you guys. 2023 might be one of the best years in boxing. 2023, especially if we can get the Spence Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence got to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, after that video that been circulating, now there's a narrative that the video was fake and it was off her TikTok, but I'm not quite sure if that's true. I'm just saying, I don't know. If that shit was fake, I told you guys, they deserve to be fucking actors, Oscar winners, shit like that, bro. They need to put Errol Spence in the movies. He's in the wrong profession if that wasn't real. Okay? Him and his girl, they in the wrong. They should go ahead and be on some fucking movies and shit. That was A-class performance. But now he has to deal with Keith Thurman, a guy that he publicly said he didn't want to fight for the better part of a year or so. So now he's going to have to fight. So will he fight? Errol Spence is put in a position now to where, shit, I got to fight this dude. And Keith Thurman is telling everybody. Keith Thurman was telling everybody like he had Mauricio Suleiman on speed dial on his smartphone, on his iPhone. Like, look, man, I'll talk to Mauricio every day. He gonna make it happen. Like, he was coming out like that. And sure enough, it's happening. So now Errol, the true Big Fish Spence Jr. got to fight Keith one time, Thurman. That's a fight to look forward to. That's a fight that could possibly derail the Spence Crawford fight. Could possibly derail that fight. Hit that like button for your boy, man. We got some good news in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney and Lomachenko are in negotiations. Hey, Jason Williams, it wasn't even on TikTok, bro. It was on. That was an IG story. So I don't know what the fuck. You said Bud is a minus 1,400 on Average. Of course, he's Terrence Crawford, man. We shouldn't be surprised that the best fighter in the world isn't the heavy favorite. Come on. Hey, Keith wasn't lying, AJ Anthony Johnson. Keith Thurman was not lying. He knew this was going to happen. It's almost like he knew it was going to happen. You know, sitting there playing the flute and all that, man. He got some type of fucking shaman powers. He knew this shit was going to happen. And sure enough, it did. You know? You said Cruz is going to take a prolonged beating. Man, that's going to be a fucking hell of a fight. But Shakur Stevenson should be able to handle that. But that's going to be action-packed. Shakur's going to have to work. He's going to have to work. Because Pitbull don't stop. Pitbull don't give a damn. He's throwing all the heat. That's dangerous against Shakur, though. That's dangerous against Shakur. But wait, would this be Shakur's first fight at lightweight? Yeah, right? Yeah, it'd be his first fight at lightweight. You say Keith finna get his ribs snatched out. I don't know. We'll see. Errol Spence ain't fought nobody that can move around like that, bro. That's why he should have fought some of these type of guys on his rise, because we haven't seen him in there with a guy that's moving since the amateurs. You know, but I'm not saying he won't catch him or can't, especially at this point. But you know, he ain't been in there with nobody like that as a professional, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been in there with nobody. We got to see it. Keith Thurman is a very fleet-footed fighter. And I would expect to see the best version of Keith that we've seen in a long time against Errol Spence. They're rivals. They're rivals. You know what I'm saying? So I expect to see the best version of Keith. And one thing we know about Keith, he can come off a two-year hiatus and come in there and fight a hard 12 rounds and constantly moving around and don't seem to really tire. He got some good legs. But, you know, if Spence is able to cut the ring off on him, I don't know. You say EJ would have stopped Barrios. Yeah, he would have. Different style matchup, you know. Keith Thurman, I don't expect him to fight Spence like he fought Barrios. You just won't. It's a different fight. It's a different fight. Speaking of Barrios, he said he's looking forward to coming back. He's excited to come back. You know, after he got the bag from fighting Keith. Now Barrios is looking to come back. Yeah. You ain't lying about that though, AJ. Keith Thurman is a front runner. I mean, the first 6 rounds is the way he's usually his best. So yeah, I expect Keith to probably have the momentum in the first 6, and then he tends to fade and later in the fight, and the other guy starts to land shots and kind of come back. So we're gonna see if Spence is not necessarily the fastest welterweight, especially amongst the top welterweights, but we're gonna see. Yeah, it's all or nothing for Keith, bro. It's all or nothing for Keith, man. Then they said Tank Davis is supposed to be fighting, or allegedly gonna be fighting. What's that dude's name? Shit. Abner Mares. Like, that's not a good fight. That's not a good fight. That's not a good fight at all. It's not even interesting. And it's because Mares ain't just really been fighting and shit. Yeah, Mares, man, he ain't been fighting. Detached retina and shit. They better not put that dude up in there with Tank. They better not put him up in there. What's up, B-House Promotions? I see you in the building. He said, Bud, lucky he didn't have that WBC. He'll be forced to, again, like the Porter fight, wouldn't be no running to BLK. And look, man, Bud could have been had the WBC, but Spence was holding out on it, man. You know, he was taking hiatuses from boxing, and since he's the golden boy of the welterweight division, he's the boxing's darling. They let him, you know, sit out and not have to do nothing and shit, and you know. But now he got to fight Keith Thurman. Should have made the fight with Crawford, because you could still possibly lose to Keith, because he's a crafty fighter similar to Crawford. He's a crafty guy. Spence ain't fought no crafty guys. He ain't fought none. He ain't fought no crafty dudes. None. Not as a professional. I can't think of one. Not top of my head. And Spence ain't got like 100 fights either. He ain't fought nobody with the feet like Keith. Ugas was standing fucking still like he was in cement, bro. If Ugas was a mover, I'm like, okay, that would have prepared him better for a guy like Keith or Crawford. And then with his Academy Award performances, one may question, is he focused? enough to deal with it, Keith. One-time Thurman. Yeah, I'm gonna talk some shit now. Yep, Keith one-time Thurman. Keith fans go come back. They excited. Keith one-time Thurman get a shot at glory one more time. It's likely Keith Thurman's last run too. So yeah, it should be fucking good, man. I just think Keith Thurman is probably a little bit more interesting and tougher than people think. Oh yeah, that's Porter. Porter did have that belt, ain't it, Jason? Porter had that belt. He went Spence instead of Crawford route. So that's how that shit happened. You said Spence won't lose to Keith because Keith's not disciplined like that either. I don't know, but do Keith be doing shit though? The stuff that Bud be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Do Keith be doing that? I don't know. I know Keith claims he likes to eat. I know that. But, you know, I don't know, man. Keith got his legs and can fight a full 12 because he do tend to slow down after the first 6. He's a strong front runner. But then after that, you know, he tends to kind of slow down, but he still could go a hard 12. Hey, his Academy Award performances, Cass G. Academy Award winning, bro. That shit was, if that shit was fake, that was top tier acting, bro. Top tier. Him and his girl must rehearse the shit out of that. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant eliminated to determine the next mandatory challenger for Canelo. So Canelo will have to fight a flight, bro. Ain't gonna be no more of that vacating belts and getting mad at the WBC. You gonna have to fight one of these dudes now. Caleb Plant or Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Wilder Ruiz will be the mandatory challenger for Tyson Fury heavyweight title. They already know Tyson Fury is going to fucking win. So, yeah, Tyson Fury's heavyweight title. I got Bronze Bomber knocking out Ruiz in probably the first round. I got this new and improved Wilder with the improved boxing ability and the right weight where he's super fast. I got him knocking out Ruiz in the first round. First couple of punches. Ruiz is going down, bro. Ruiz is such a nice guy, and it's going to be unfortunate to see Ruiz go out like that. But I already know what's going to happen in this fight. This fight shouldn't even be on pay-per-view. It should be on like a commercial or something, an ad, and just put it on the ad and watch what happens. It's probably about a 60-second ad. Wilder probably lay him out one round. He's too fast. He hits too hard. And yeah, he's been really, really working with Malik Scott. So yeah, I would like to say I wouldn't even mind seeing Wilder crack Fury one more time, but I know that isn't really like, you know, he lost 2 times already, blah, blah, blah. Some people may say 3 and shit because of the first draw. But man, I think this speedy Wilder, man, he might knock that motherfucker out. But he's knocking Ruiz out, man. He's knocking Ruiz out. Jake Paul been sparring with Lawrence Okolie. Jake Paul taking this shit serious. Let's see what else happened. This dude be having all the news. Hey, look. Oh shit. Tank Davis reacts to the rumors that he's fighting. He said your sources are shit. So we can scratch that one, I guess, right? Tank Davis versus Abner Mares. We could scratch that. Because Tank Davis said your sources are shit. So you mean your sources, man. Come on, man. But he said they shit. So Tank Davis probably ain't fighting Abner Mares. Good fucking news to me. I did not want to see that fight. It's over with. Bronze Bomber playing golf. It says the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, stated that RWW must defend his against Callum Smith if he beats Anthony Yard. Damn. So we may not see Better Be Even Beevil right away. He got to defend his title against Callum Smith, who looks pretty good at light heavyweight, I might add. He's going to be pretty tall, and he's punching really, really hard at that weight because he ain't killing himself to make 168. Conor Benn has been removed from WBC welterweight rankings following positive investigation. Yep, so Conor Benn is out of it. Let me see what else has been happening in boxing. Floyd Mayweather still playing around. Pity patting on the pads, 45 years old. Just out here putting on the show. I want to see Floyd do some real mid work though. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of getting tired of seeing this. It was cool back in the day and shit, but I want to see him do some real mid work. Let's see. Yeah, man. So that's what's going on with boxing, man. Yep, that's what's going on with boxing, you guys. We got some pretty interesting fights coming up to look forward to. Devin Haney-Lomachenko is being negotiated as we speak. Spence versus Thurman. Oh shit. WBC has now approved Ray Vargas versus O'Shaquie Foster for a vacant WBC super featherweight title. That should be a good fight, man. I got O'Shaquie Foster stopping Ray Vargas, Jar Jar Binks. I got him knocking Jar Jar Binks out. Damn, boxing, these fights are getting made like by the minute. So we could scratch the Tank Davis, Abner Mares, right? We could scratch that. But we can add the Ray Jar Jar Binks Vargas versus Shockey Foster. We don't know who Tank go fight as of now. You know, I heard it was Hector Garcia, so we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be Ryan Garcia. It's probably gonna be Hector Garcia, but we'll see. Yeah, so yeah, man, we got some really good fights. Look forward to you guys. Just give you guys the update. Hit that like button for your boy, and should everybody have a good rest of your day. Peace out.